It's hard to believe that nearly 40% of our country's electricity still comes from coal, a dirty, outdated energy source. Coal not only causes health problems, but it's also the main contributor to climate disruption. Just how bad is coal? In mountaintop removal mining, coal companies clear-cut forests and literally blow the tops off mountains to get the coal. This process dumps millions of tons of waste into our streams and poisons our drinking water. But mining coal is only the beginning. Burning coal generates smog, which can cause asthma attacks, chest pains, and breathing problems. In fact, 1 out of 10 children in the U.S. suffers from asthma, and it's the #1 reason kids miss school due to illness. The pollution from burning coal leads to 12,000 emergency room visits and more than $100 billion in health costs every year. Coal pollution also contains toxic mercury that damages the nervous system and is especially dangerous for babies and young children because it can cause developmental problems. Mercury rains down into our oceans, rivers, and lakes, contaminating our fish and seafood. And even after coal is burned, the waste that's left over is bad for our health. Each year, coal plants generate more than 140 million tons of toxic waste called coal ash that's stored in thousands of pits across the country. Enough toxic waste to fill more than 400,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Living near a toxic coal ash pit can be worse for kids' health than smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. The good news is that the United States has become an international leader in reducing carbon pollution, largely because we are retiring coal plants and replacing them with clean, renewable energy nationwide. The amount of electricity America gets from wind and solar power has more than doubled in the past few years. Iowa and South Dakota are already getting more than 20% of their energy from wind power. And in 2012, 10 states got more than 10% of their energy from wind. Coal is making us sick, and it's time to make this toxic, outdated energy source history. Let's create a clean energy future for our country and for our kids. Let's move beyond coal.
This is the most economically depressed area in the state. For decades, the best and practically only way to make a living in these rugged hills was beneath them, in the darkness of a coal mine.
Well, I guess it just gets in your blood once you try it. It's just a daily routine.
A routine Emery Hess and thousands of other miners go through every day.
And over the last few years, you just had to continually move deeper and deeper.
This is Pittston Coal's Laurel Mountain Mine, one of about 290 licensed mines in a 10-county area.
How much longer will you be mining this particular mine?
Hopefully we can get another 8 years here. 8 to 10 anyway.
Every day around the clock, miners make this journey underground and inside Virginia's hills and mountains. Mining is basically hit or miss. You've got to go where the coal is, and here's where it is. We're about 3.5 miles underground, and there's about 700 feet of mountain right above us. They've had to move a lot of rock to get this deep. Powerful machines help the miners chew and claw their way inside. In some places, the shaft is less than 4 feet high. You practically have to crawl. They follow the vein, taking only the coal. This one is called the Jawbone Seam. It's hundreds of thousands of years old. Once miners gather the coal, a conveyor belt takes it outside to be processed. 3.5 miles underground means a 20-minute ride on the belt before coal sees the light of day. Once the prize industry of Southwest, coal mining is quickly losing its steam. Coal demand is down, mines are closing, and that means layoffs. In some coal counties, the unemployment rate is 50%.
If you were looking at the crystal ball, you would see that coal mining wouldn't exactly be the thing to be trying to start into right now.
That's a pretty good assumption, pretty good thing to bet on in the crystal ball, yes.
Some coal companies are trying to mine coal a cheaper way. This is the White Stallion Surface Mine, also owned by Pittston, where miners literally rip off the top of a mountain to take out the coal. They're mining the Dorchester Seam here, more than 1,000 feet above the jawbone below. Today, the remnants of a hurricane hundreds of miles away have turned this site into a mountain of mud. But the work continues. Day and night, it never stops.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you cannot relate poverty with coal mining.
directly. There are many factors that you need to see why that trend. Sometimes you cannot find any trend about that. There are studies showing that actually when coal mining is going down, when the prices are not good for mining, many people is unemployed because, and you can increase the poverty, right? Because there are no minings no coal minings to work on. Many of the people in that area have been working for generations and generations. Their grandfather was a miner, the father was a miner. Even if they don't want to go to the mine, for them is the most obvious choice, going to work in a coal mine. Now, in 2012, 2010, people just being a coal miner can get around $65,000 per year. I don't know which one is the minimum level to consider poverty, right, per year right now. But if you say $65,000 is a good amount of money, right? Now, environment, yes, there are some impacts in the environment, but the technology has changed, and now we have more tools, more devices, more EPA regulations that we need to complete to be able to mine, right? We need to restore the land. We need to, before to discharge water, we need to make treatment and discharge the water with a better quality, right? So I think the technology has improved a lot, and the environmental impacts are right now are minimum. I think any activity humans do, right, will impact the environment.